Hello, my soccer universe. Let's summarize the midweek action. I'm going through the 5 countries, not leagues this time, because we had 3 cup competition that I mentioned in the what to watch. But I will also add Portugal because something interesting was happening there. But again, let's go in the order that I usually have it, and we'll start in La Liga, where we had Alaves, Atletico Madrid 1-1 and Barcelona 5-1. Levante, we talk about it, beat Real Sociedad 2-1, Valencia, Sevilla 1-1, then Athletic Club 3-0 over Espanyol, big result, Real Betis 2-1 over Celta Vigo, maybe this was kind of a bottom duel, and then Real Madrid, who is one of the 2 winners, I think, this week, that's why I'm wearing them, 5-0 rather easily over Leganés, and yesterday Eibar wins 2-1 over Villarreal, kind of a little bit unexpected, I have to say, but so it's a home game. They have been good at home. Real Mallorca Osasuna 2-2 and Getafe Granada 3-1. This means in the table now, even with a game less, and that's the Clásico, the 2 top teams remain top. It's Barcelona 22, Real Madrid 21. So even if there's a draw, they would remain top. So, and as I said, for that Clásico, I really think that a draw will be the likely outcome. Although you never know what's gonna happen. Granada and cannot separate itself from Atletico, who also dropped points, and it's actually kind of astonishing how the results played out. No one challenged Barcelona and Real Madrid, and no one got results, but everything remains rather unchanged. I think only Real Sociedad is really dropping. So we have Atletico with 20, we have Sevilla with 20, we have Real Sociedad with 19, we have Real 17, Athletic Club 16, Getafe 16. So it's, if anything, it got more dense towards the middle. I'm mixing German and English. Getafe and Athletic Club 16. We have Osasuna 15, Levante, Valencia, and Real Valladolid all at 14. I'm wondering when Valencia will start rising. They should, but I don't trust them quite yet. Eibar, Alaves, Real Betis 12, Mallorca 11. They got the point, and then now at the bottom is Celta Vigo, Espanyol, and Leganés. Let's see how it will pan out. I'm not sure Espanyol and Celta Vigo, if they are really candidates to be relegated at the moment. It looks like that. They are not really good. Moving on to England, to the Carabao Cup. I covered very, very little. I mean, on Tuesday we had Oxford beating Sunderland on penalties. We had Crawley losing at home to Colchester 3-1. Everton beats Watford 2-0. Manchester City, I'm tempted to say only 3-1 over Southampton, but hey. Burton Albion, last year's semi-finalists, lose at home to Leicester City. This might be a competition that Leicester City wants to win. Then we talked Liverpool-Arsenal, the crazy 5-5 between reserve sides. More goals scored in the game than in the penalty shootout. That's something notable. Ceballos missing the crucial penalty. Aston Villa beats Wolves 2-1, and then Manchester United beats Chelsea 2-1 away from home, and probably the marquee result of this round. If you're looking at the quarterfinal draw, it's actually not as much. There's not this really big standout tie. We have Oxford against Manchester City. I would expect City to move on. Aston Villa, Liverpool sounds great, but Liverpool will play a reserve side, so Aston Villa probably has a chance. United gets a soft draw at home against Colchester United. You never know though with Manchester United. And then I think the biggest name, Everton against Leicester City. That's why it's probably even separated from the rest. But not. I personally, if you ask me, Aston Villa, Liverpool are the 2 biggest names in any of these ties. But given where those teams are currently in the leagues, it's not that great of a draw. But yeah, City, Liverpool, United, Leicester might be a nice semi-final in there. Who knows? But never underestimate Aston Villa or Everton or any of the other teams there. In Germany, we had the DFB Pokal, many results there. Tuesday I talked a lot about all these results. So you see Saarbrücken over Köln, Stuttgart wins in overtime at Hamburg, Hoffenheim 2-0 over Duisburg, Union 3-1 at Freiburg, Bayern Munich, last 10 minutes turned around against Bochum, Leverkusen 1-0 over Paderborn, Schalke had a 3-0 lead over Bielefeld, and then it's 2-3. Karlsruhe wins at Darmstadt 1-0. Wednesday was actually quite some penalty action. We had a 2-2 draw between Kaiserslautern and Nürnberg. a game that should be in the first Bundesliga. We don't need to talk about that. Lautern wins it on penalties. Ferl over Holstein Kiel also wins on penalties. Very, very long penalty shootout that one was. Bremen 4-1 over Heidenheim. Remember Heidenheim last year in the quarterfinals? I think they lost away to Bayern Munich, only 5-4. Leipzig, that's the standout result. 6-1 over Wolfsburg. That's the first time that Wolfsburg really got a beatdown this season. They really didn't play great, but they also haven't played big opposition so far. So yeah, Wolfsburg probably... There still needs to be a lot of development happening. Dortmund 2-1 over Gladbach in a game that heated up in the last 20 minutes. Eintracht Frankfurt wins 2-1 over St. Pauli. Düsseldorf 2-1 over Erzgebirge Aue from Eastern Germany. And then Hertha BSC Dynamo Dresden in a crazy game that ends on penalties 3-3. Dynamo Dresden had the lead once. Hertha BSC turn it around in the second half, and then in the 90th there was a penalty for Dynamo Dresden. They even take the lead in stoppage time, and then in stoppage time of extra time they get the winner, and then they win it on penalties. Absolutely crazy game. Serie A Italy had a nice normal round. We had Hellas winning over Parma, Inter over Brescia, Napoli, Atalanta. We said Cagliari wins 3-2 over Bologna. That was actually a sleeper matchup that if there weren't other games I might have watched that one, because those are two teams that are sort of kind of good in there and not near the top, but those are exciting sides. Fiorentina gets a 2-1 win over Sassuolo. Lazio thrashes Torino 4-0. Sampdoria gets a point against Lecce, and then Juventus 2-1 over Genoa, last minute win in the crazy Palace kits, and then 4-0 away win for Udine, and we talk around Milan Spal. So in the table, Juve and Inter profit a lot from what was happening elsewhere. I mean, they are now really separating themselves from the pack. Say what you want about it, with Juve a point ahead of Inter. Atalanta 2021 stays kind of in the hunt, but not really, and Roma can, with another win, leapfrog into the top 4, and so does Lazio. Napoli drops down to 6th, kind of disappointing. Cagliari level on points with Napoli at 18. Then I think it's the cutoff where we have the midfield. Fiorentina 15, Parma 13, Milan 13, 10th spot. Bologna 12, Hellas 12, Torino, yeah, and we're getting relegation zone here. Torino 11, Udine 10, Sassuolo and Lecce with 9. Genoa is out of the relegation zone now, and then we have the relegation zone. Brescia Spal 7, Sampdoria 5. Coupe de la Ligue, you see the results here. I think the standout was Monaco winning over Marseille, not over Paris 8-0, but you know, the big teams are not in there, so we have also Reims winning Toulouse, moving on. But you know, no really other big matchups there, but just for completeness, the results. Let's go to Portugal, where really something happened. The big one is Maritimo gets a 1-1 against Porto, who were top of the table. This enables Benfica to swoop in with a 4-0 win over Portimonense, and remember, Porto had beaten Benfica. And Famalicão also can get back up there, but of course they had lost to Porto. I don't know if it's head-to-head in Portugal or goal difference. On both cases, Porto would win over Famalicão. And so the top of the table is Benfica, now 2 points ahead of Porto. Famalicão is level on points, and Sporting is behind. Then Guimarães, Boavista are in there. So that's where we are, and now we have to see what goes on over the weekend. I will do it before the international break, make a big roundup video again where we can talk about where everything is. Let me know if you want to add anything to, if I missed any big results or whatever. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Drop a comment below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hey there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, here are some videos and playlists that would be of interest to you too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel, as it will keep you updated with all things that are rotating in my soccer universe. With that, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye.